Hello FPL fans and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got the guide video for FPL GW26. In this video we're going to be having a look at the double game week fixtures that have been outlined by the Premier League, also some chip strategies that you guys could implement, some players to target for this double game week, and the best captaincy options. So just before we jump into the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to show support for the channel, and share this video with your friends if you guys are enjoying this type of content. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So first of all, just taking a look at the double game week fixtures that have been outlined. The teams that do have double game weeks include Aston Villa, Burnley, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Everton, Fulham, Leicester, Liverpool, Man City and Manchester United, Sheffield, Tottenham, West Brom and Wolves, with the likes of West Ham, Southampton, Leeds, Brighton and Arsenal missing out for the double game week in 26. So just having a quick look at these double game week 26 fixtures, some teams that could be worth looking out for include Aston Villa, Spurs, Manchester City and Leicester. Coming into game week 26, it is key to look at what chips you guys should play. There obviously will be a lot of chips being used this game week, so we are going to be going over how to use the wildcard, bench boost and triple captain correctly, and with the best strategies with each of those to maximize the points. If you guys are using the second wildcard this game week, it is definitely key to target the double game week fixtures, especially the teams that do have the best double game weeks. It is also key to take into consideration the blank game week 29, with only a handful of teams participating in this one, with the likes of Arsenal, Aston Villa, Brighton, Fulham, Leeds, Newcastle, Spurs and West Ham being the only teams playing in 29, so it is key to have a look at some players from those teams to have in the squad for the future. And also it is key to stay flexible, so you don't want to commit to a triple up on multiple teams, as if they don't have fixtures in 29, or they have a fixture change, you can't easily switch from one player to another without spending quite a lot of transfers. My advice would be to go with a few double ups on teams that do have a fixture in 29 and have a nice double game week in 26, and also some players that could be good differentials such as Fulham players who meanwhile don't have the best fixtures coming into 29, but when it does come around you will have those players available so you don't have a low score. Moving on to the bench boost chip, there has been quite a lot of questions as to whether or not you should bench boost with multiple single game week players. I personally think it would be okay to bench boost with even 3 single game week players and 1 double game week. It could even be worthwhile going with 4 single game week players depending on their fixtures. I think if you have Leeds players and you're tossing up whether to start them or bench them and play the bench boost, I definitely think it will be worthwhile as their fixture against Aston Villa isn't too bad, and Leeds are very good for FPL points, so it could be worth activating the bench boost if you have multiple Leeds players sitting on the bench. Also, it is key to note this is going to be the biggest double gaming for the rest of the season, and there probably isn't a better opportunity to play the bench boost in terms of quantity of fixtures, so if you are looking to play it, I would say this is probably the last week it is available, so definitely click that button if you have the chip in hand. So now moving on to the triple captain chip, there is going to be quite a lot of triple captains played. I'm predicting the most triple captains to be played in this game week for the whole season. I think it is a very good chance to use with the quite a lot of double game week fixtures. This is obviously one of the biggest double game weeks this season, so there is quite a couple of nice fixtures to choose from. The main two things to take into consideration when activating the triple captain is to play it safe and go with a highly owned player, or target the differentials and mix it up a bit, risk it for the biscuit, hopefully they get a big haul and you could see a rise in ranks just because not many other people would have had them captained. I think especially with the triple captain chip, it is quite overrated, and at the end of the day, if you do hit a good score on the triple captain, it only really counts for about 10 to 15 points more than what you have normally got, so it isn't necessary to stress too much about it. So now taking a look at the teams with the best double game week 26 fixtures, having a look at more in depth of Man City, Leicester City, Aston Villa and the Spurs. Man City face up with West Ham at home and Wolves at home, so we've had a look at 3 potential options to target for Man City. The first one is İlkay Gündoğan has been obviously incredible recently. He's been getting so many hauls, he's scored himself 10 goals in his last 12 matches and has been in such great form for City, and he's looking like a very nice captaincy option for this game week. Also, João Cancelo has been very solid for Man City this season, as he recently brought up the triple digit haul for FPL points. The likes of West Ham and Wolves are teams that are hard to score against, but don't score the most goals, especially with the Wolves at home, and just considering how strong Man City's defence is, it is looking likely some clean sheets. Moving on to Raheem Sterling, he's been in very good form recently and has proved to be a very good differential option in that Man City midfield compared to the likes of İlkay Gündoğan. I just think with Man City's very strong form this season, Sterling could be worth a punt as a bit of a differential pick, and I would say that the triple up on Man City is viable, but with the very strong defensive fixtures, I would be more leaning to go with the 2 defenders and 1 attacker compared to the 2 attackers and 1 defender. So now moving on to Leicester City, their 2 fixtures include Arsenal at home and Burnley away. Obviously Arsenal have not been the best this season, and Leicester City are looking lethal in attack, so I wouldn't be surprised if they could score in both these matches, and not only score 1 goal but score multiple, as they have managed 5 goals in the last 2 game weeks where they have faced off with the likes of Liverpool as well as Aston Villa. Have a look at the potential options to target for Leicester City. It will of course be Jamie Vardy, James Maddison and Harvey Barnes, as they've been getting all the goals recently for Leicester, as they have actually scored all 5 of their most recent goals. Personally, I'm thinking Harvey Barnes could be a nice differential captain, as he got himself a goal and assist and all 3 bonus points in their last match against Aston Villa. Speaking of, moving on to Aston Villa, they face Leeds away and Sheffield United away, which are some of the best fixtures for this double game week. Assuming that Jack Grealish may not be back for these fixtures, the 3 best players to go for from Villa will be Ollie Watkins, Emi Martinez and Matt Targett. Apart from this double game week, Aston Villa have some very strong future fixtures, and the 3 players on show do provide good value options as they are all fairly cheap. Ollie Watkins, being roughly a 6 million striker, offers great value as he is getting so many points this season, and Matt Targett, being one of the highest scoring defenders in FPL, coming in at under £5 million is most certainly great value. Of course, Emi Martinez has been outstanding this season, being the top scoring goalkeeper, getting so many clean sheets and so many save bonus, so I think it could be viable for another Aston Villa triple up. Moving on to the Spurs, they have arguably the best double game week fixtures as they face up with Burnley at home and Fulham away. If you had to look at 3 players for Spurs, it will be the likes of Kane, Son and Dyer. Obviously Dyer is not the best option, so I will be more looking at Kane and Son. As I said before, they probably have the best double game week 26 fixtures, and I'd be looking to target their attack, just because Kane and Son complement each other so well, and Burnley and Fulham are looking like some nice fixtures for Spurs to score goals in. So now moving on to no doubt one of the most key talking points of double game week 26, it is who to captain. There are obviously 2 different approaches that you can take for this game week in terms of who you go for with that captain's armband. You could attack the popular options such as the likes of Harry Kane and Bruno Fernandes, or you could take a punt on differentials, which could potentially be Calvert-Lewin or Harvey Barnes. Taking a look at Kane, his 2 fixtures are against Burnley at home and Fulham away, which makes him not only a good captain option, but also a good triple captain option. Spurs obviously look so much better with Kane in the side, and Burnley or Fulham are no doubt very good fixtures, so there is a high chance that Kane gets a goal in at least one of these matches, and if you do want to take a punt, you could chuck the triple captain on him and hope that he hauls. Similarly, Bruno Fernandes faces Chelsea away and Crystal Palace away, which does make him as well a very good captain and triple captain option, just because he is such a consistent performer and you just can't leave out the top scoring FPL player from this captain's list. Obviously Chelsea is a difficult opposition, but that fixture against Crystal Palace away does make it a very enticing double game week, as Crystal Palace aren't the best on defence, as they did concede 7 to Liverpool just a few weeks ago. And Manchester United did come off that 9-0 win against Southampton, so they do have the ability to score lots of goals. They are the leading scorers this season, so Bruno Fernandes could be a good option. Moving on to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he could be more of a differential captain pick, as I don't think too many people will be captaining him. I think he may be like the 3rd or 4th highest captain player behind the likes of Kane and Fernandes. So if you do want to take a punt on him, he is definitely a shout for a normal captaincy option, a triple captain, and of course the differential captain. He does face up against Southampton at home and West Brom away. These are looking like some very nice fixtures, especially since Southampton have not kept many clean sheets recently, and West Brom are one of the leading teams for goals conceded. Calvert-Lewin does look very lethal in the Everton attack. He did come on off the bench and got himself an assist against Liverpool by winning a penalty. He has been performing well recently when he is starting, being involved in over 50% of Everton's goals when he starts, so I think that Calvert-Lewin could be a very good option. And moving on to Harvey Barnes, he is definitely a huge differential captain shout. I know a couple of people will be questioning why would you captain Harvey Barnes, but as I said, I did bring him into the team last week and he hauled 13 points for me. He's getting so much space in that Leicester attack, and between him, Maddison and Vardy, they are getting all the goals. Barnes has been in such good form recently, and Leicester are dominating games, so they can no doubt dominate Arsenal at home and Burnley away, which gives Leicester lots of possession, and they are a very attacking side as well. So I think Harvey Barnes could get a return in both of these games, making him not only a good captaincy option but a triple captain or a differential pick. So that's what we've got for today for the guide of FPL Double Game Week 26. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informative. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to show support for the channel, and share this video with your friends if you guys are enjoying this type of content. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.